welcome back to another launch of Ghaf Woods. To give you a bit of an introduction, Ghaf Woods is located at the heart of Dubai City. It's in the future growth corridor, located along the E311 as well as the D54. The site is really centrally located, which allows you to have access to all of Dubai's key destinations within 20 minutes. The way we've been building Ghaf Woods has been focused around creating sustainability at your doorstep. As part of this development, we're proud to boast we'll have more trees than residents, and we're targeting over 35,000 trees to be planted within the community. What this does is it allows us to create a living ecosystem within this community, which in turn helps to increase and improve biodiversity as a whole, and at the same time improves outdoor thermal comfort and improves overall livability, so that we have a much better and deeper connection within nature. The way the site's been planned also focuses on the creation of a car-free environment at the heart of development, which promotes pedestrian and access to all the facilities and amenities around the development within 5 minutes. In the background, we've been working really hard and building on the successful launches of Sarah and Celia, as well as Lucina, and we're proud to introduce slow living that's orchestrated by nature through Capria. If you'd allow me, I'd love to show you a small 1-minute video, which just gives you a bit of a glimpse in terms of what it could be like to be living within Capria. Let's have a look. Now, in terms of Capria, it's located in the most premium part of the development, in the heart and very central to our forest, in the heart of the development. What this means is that both Capria East and West has easy and convenient access to almost all the amenities and facilities around the development, including the school, the mosque, the sports park, as well as the retail center. Now, most importantly, what we've been developing around Capria is, apart from the amazing forest frontage that we have, we've built Capria around our new wellness hub, which is in close proximity to this cluster. And this concept of wellness is really woven in and has found its way throughout the phases, and you'll see how it translates into the planning, into the floor plans, the materiality, as well as the architecture. It's really built in, and most of all, it's built into our amenities offerings. And what this does is it allows us to give our residents a really unique retreat back into nature. And in reality, when you unpack and take all the stuff out and all the things that we've been able to achieve as part of this community, it's not just a community that we're provided. In reality, what we've done is create an ecosystem where we bring our residents, nature, landscape all together into a harmonious whole. Now, looking at the two clusters, starting off with Capria West, and the overall Capria as a starting point actually is comprised of around 1,200 residential units split across east and west. Starting with west, We've got it's comprised of approximately 10 buildings where we've been able to open up the heart of the development to maximize the amount of greenery within the development or within this cluster. And in there, we've placed these resort style amenities, including pool, active pavilion, as well as a social pavilion within the heart. And then program the periphery of the cluster to create engagements with the forest through edible gardens, yoga pads, and play areas. But most importantly, and kind of picking up on the successes of previous phases, we've been really purposeful about the positioning and the location and orientation of our buildings so that we begin to maximize views to the forest and really achieve what we've started off initial phases to be able to create every single unit as a premium unit, and every single unit has a front row seat to the forest. And you see how this begins to translate as we move forward in the presentation. But as we look again at Capria East, similar principles have been applied. We've opened up the heart of the development, maximizing the amount of greenery in the heart of it, and again reintroducing these resort-style pools and amenities with the social and active pavilion, and again reprogram the buffer to create that integration with the forest as a whole. This phase is comprised of approximately 7 buildings. And here you kind of get a bit of a glimpse in terms of what it would feel like to have these resort style amenities, these resort style pools, and really engaging in this forest like backdrop. This gives you a bit of a glance in terms of our active pavilion, where we have the gym and the various wellness focused activities, again nestled in the heart of the forest. And our social pavilion, which begins to become a little hub for various residents and community engagement, but also offers co-working spaces for those who want to have this nature-based setting, and also outdoor dining spaces. So it really gives a multitude of social activities that could happen here. But in reality, what we've been able to achieve is an offering for all, young or old. What we've been able to do is really create a space where people can break free, step back, and just breathe in the natural landscape. Now, when we've set out the way we wanted to develop this community, we really had the intention of creating a community like no other and really beginning to redefine what apartment living means within Dubai. To do this, we really had to take a step back and look at our customer journey all the way from the beginning until they reach their home. This view begins to resemble the arrival experience from the main street into the lower ground level, where you have access to your parking, to your lobbies, to your parking, as well as to the various building lobbies. But this space is like no other, where we have a series of sunken gardens in greenery to create that constant connection with the forest, as well as bring in natural light and natural ventilation to uplift the overall arrival experience. And this begins to translate through all the way as you enter the building and through the various lobbies that you see where the cores open up to again maximize views towards the forest, and then ultimately as you reach your home with the various corner units that open up to maximize these views. And in the heart of the development is these expansive pools and amenities that really offer you this kind of resort style living within a forest. Now, at Mashal Futtaim, we're quite particular, and we began to craft and create these bespoke layouts and offerings. Within this phase, we're maintaining the radiance as well as our twilight package, which really begin to reflect these natural elements and complement the overall offering of the community. And this begins to translate in terms of some of the livable spaces that we've created. So here again begins to demonstrate the corner windows, these large openings, and which bring in natural light, bring in that and bring in ventilation, etc. But what it really does is reinforces this concept of living within the canopy. So what you see here is being able to have that more close and direct connection with the forest landscape around you. In terms of the floor plans, we've gone a little further and we've really studied every single floor plan to maximize the efficiency and create kind of these bespoke living layouts that are functional rather than this kind of mass produced offering that we see in the market today. Today we're starting, and this offering is extended to the 1, 2, as well as the 3 bedroom. Our 1 bedroom is starting around 830 square feet, where not only we've been able to provide a walk-in closet as well as a functional kitchen, but the 1 bedroom also has a powder room for guests. The 2 bedroom is starting at around 1,250. Again, both bedrooms have ensuite bathrooms and fairly generous living spaces with the corner windows maximizing views and light towards the forest. We also offer a 2 bedroom plus, where again, similar to the 2 bedroom, the 2 bedrooms have a walk-in closets as well as a ensuite bathroom, fairly generous living areas, as well as a window that opens up to the kitchen. But what's special about this room or this unit specifically is the flex room. Here, we've provided a little bit more space as well as a window for the flex room. So it could function either as a maid's room or begins to kind of become customized depending on the customer's need, which then could take shape as a kids' playroom or a study room or maybe even a small guest room. The 3 bedroom has a fairly generous living space as well as a feature island kitchen. And again, all 3 bedrooms have these ensuite bathrooms. The 3 bedrooms are starting sizes approximately 1,970 square feet. Now, what makes Gaffwood special and Capria specifically is our garden units. I think we've spent a lot of time crafting and developing these garden units, and this is what could potentially make them extremely special as part of this offering. And if you think back and think of garden units, typically garden units or ground floor units rather are the most undesirable units within any development because they maybe have privacy issues, there's noise from the road, etc., etc. Whereas because of the way we've planned Gaffwoods, because the community is completely car free and these buildings are nestled in the heart of the forest, the ground floor or the ground floor units become these garden units where you have a larger terrace that has the seamless connection with the forest and ultimately gives residents uh, or allows residents to have this connectivity and bring this expansive forest back into your home. And this allows for spaces to have barbecues or entertain guests or whatever kind of begins to give you a small garden as part of this offering. And then lastly, we have the 3 bedroom duplex units. Now, this again has been crafted and refined to really create something special. The 3 bedroom duplexes are entered on the lower level, where again has a flex room, a large living space, again a feature kitchen, as well as a feature staircase with a master bedroom at the bottom floor. And then as we go up to the top floor, you can see the beautiful double volume space, but then also a small family area, as well as 2 master bedrooms at the top. The 3 bedroom duplex is a starting area is approximately 2,650 square feet. For the payment plan, we've managed to hold on to our 60/40 payment plan with payments split across 10% on purchase, then 4/5s, 10/5, 10/5, and 40% then on the handover or the completion. This completion is targeted to be around Q2 in 29, with our commission structures focused as 4% between the 1 and the 2 bedrooms, and then the 5 bedroom and garden units at a 5% commission rate. The prices for these various units and have been able to starting at 1.5 for the 1 bedroom, 2.4 for the 2 bedroom, 2.9 for the 2 plus, 3.8 for the 3 bedroom, and 5.1 for our duplexes, and again with a appropriate pricing structure for the garden units. So, having said that, we'd like to thank you all for being part of our launch and being partners as part of Capria. I think it's something we've been super excited about and looking forward to its success. Now, as part of this, I'd like to welcome all of you to our Open Gaffwood Sales Experience Center. I think if you were with us in the destination launch, you would have heard us talk about our new experience center and a kind of a small experience forest to kind of give some our residents and our customers a flavor in terms of what it would be like living in Gaffwoods. So I'd like to invite you to the Gaffwoods Sales and Experience Center. It is located in Gaffwoods, in this on the site, and it will be able to give you a lot more information in terms of the overall offering, the amenities, and really explain the science behind the development. So looking forward to seeing you there. To to finish off, I've got the QR code here, which will be able to give you the full marketing suite for your utilization. Thank you very much.